Hello and welcome to this short presentation. My name is Andrei Voynia. I am a representative of Han ETF. It is a pleasure to be part of the Passive Investment Conference this year. I would like to talk about gold and why we believe that gold is an interesting investment in the current environment. And the background to this is that last year, Han ETF has been the first, or was the first issuer to list a physical-backed gold ETC on the Polish Stock Exchange. And we did that because we believe that local Polish investors are very interested in gold as an asset class. We think it makes sense to have it in the portfolio. And there was no option yet for local investors to access gold in Polish zloty without having to have FX cost for investing abroad and without potential other fees that you have to bear when you invest on foreign exchanges. So the idea was to give you this added value by listing something locally and allowing you to trade in Polish zloty. So I would like to go into the presentation and just show you briefly why we think that gold is a good investment, first of all, before we go into the product part. Gold as an investment has been for a long time part of many investors' portfolio. And one of the main reasons for that is its characteristic as a risk hedge. As you can see from this slide, there have been many events in the past, moments of crisis, either economic crisis or geopolitical crisis, where gold has performed very well. And what we are showing here is in blue, you see a equity benchmark, the FTSE 100, the UK equity benchmark, as a representative of risk assets in general. And in the gold bars represent the price performance of gold during these events. And as you can see, for example, the Great Recession, the financial crisis of 2008, you had a very negative performance in the equity market, in risk assets, and gold did very well during these times. So it helped to balance your portfolio and to give you a hedge against this risk. But it's not only economic crisis, it's also things like 9/11, where you have geopolitical events where you see gold performing relatively well. And if you think about in what state the world currently is, unfortunately, we have conflict with Russia and Ukraine. Just over the weekend now, while I'm recording this presentation, we had the escalation between Israel and Iran. The world is getting unsafer, unfortunately, at the moment, and there are several conflicts brewing. So people are understandably concerned, and we did actually see a spike in the gold price at the end of last week when the fear of this retaliation by Iran made the headlines in the market. So we believe in that context, gold can play an important part in your portfolio. And also looking at the current economic cycle, we are in a rate hiking cycle, which probably has reached its peak at the moment, both in the US and in Europe. Central banks are talking about rate decreases this year already, as soon as we get in next inflation numbers. And we did an analysis on that, and we looked, how did the gold price perform? And we look here at the US rate hiking cycle, and what we can see is here the three different scenarios where we show you what happened with the gold price during the hiking cycle when the interest rates went up, what happened when interest rates stayed at the peak, and what happened when it went down from the peak to the bottom again. And the nice thing to see is here that the gold price had positive performance both on the way up and on the way down. So we are now at the peak and interest rates are expected to come down. The gold price has already done very well. We have reached new all-time highs, as you can see here. So gold has managed to break out this year after several, a year plus of fighting new all-time highs around 2000. The price has broken out to $2,300 and more, partly driven by geopolitical risks at the moment, but also in expectation, we believe, of interest rates coming down again. So that's the second part that we showed here of the interest rate cycle going down. And in the past, we have seen positive gold price performance during that cycle of decreasing rates. And we think there's a chance that we will see a similar pattern also in this rating cycle, rate decreasing cycle. So that's the reason why we think gold can play an important role in the portfolio for investors. So the question is, how can you invest in gold directly with a financial instrument? So instead of holding gold bars and coins at home, where you have to put them in a safe, you have to make sure nobody can get to them. The security, the safety would be your own risk. It's also more expensive to buy them. You pay a premium for this gold being produced. We would like to offer an alternative how you can invest in gold, which is physically backed, but with the simplicity of being listed on a stock exchange. And why should you talk to us about this? Well, Honey ETF has been pioneering gold for 20 years. These are the two founders of our company. They actually invented something called a gold ETC in 2003. It's a financial product which is 100% backed by physical gold. So we have a lot of experience with these structures. And last year, we were the first company to bring such a product to Poland and list it on the local stock exchange in Warsaw. So we work together with a specialist partner here called the Royal Mint. This is where the gold is stored. So when you buy 1 unit of such a financial product, we will buy the gold for you and store the physical gold, the coins and bars, with this institution, which is based in the UK, in Wales, to be more precise. They have a 1,000-year-old history. Isaac Newton was the boss of this company at some point. So it has a very illustrious history. They have survived wars and disease and anything you can imagine, and they're still standing. They're still here. They're a very solid institution. That is why we decided to partner with them, because we feel that they provide the highest safety that we can expect for taking care of the gold in this product. And this is what's important. When you look at a financial product that invests in gold, these are the most important characteristics you should look at. You should make sure that a product is physically backed with gold bars, 100%. This is what we do. Very important, on the left side, we show physical delivery. We allow you to get the physical gold if you like to. When you want to sell the product, you can either sell it for zloty, so for cash on the exchange, and get the money back into your brokerage account, or you can decide that you would like physical delivery. So you can request from us to get coins or bars delivered to you, and we will take care for the insured and safe transport to your address. Liquidity is important. We work with local market makers, Santander in Poland, to provide adequate liquidity for you. The custody, so where the gold is kept, the safe, the vault, is very important. As I said before, we work with the Royal Mint, who we believe is probably even safer than the big banks of this world, where normally you would store your gold, because the Royal Mint is part of the British Finance Ministry, the Treasury. So they have government backing from the UK government, the highest form of safety that you can get in terms of credit rating. And they have been around for 1,000 years. So they have proven that they are very resilient. Here's an example of the coins and bars that you can get delivered to your home if you want to when you sell the product. You can do as small as single coins. You can have a 1 ounce bar, that's the smallest denomination. You can get the famous Britannias, which are very well-known coins. Some people collect them. Some people just invest in it for the gold content. So you can choose and mix depending on how large your investment is and what you would like to get. And we offer full transparency. So if you invest in the product, you can go on our webpage and you can have a look at what we call the bar list. So on this bar list, we show you every single gold bar which we hold in our vault, in our safe, in the name of the investors. And as you can see here at the bottom, there's different characteristics you can look at. The number of bars that we hold, the bar number, who produced this bar, how heavy is the bar, what's the finesse. So all these characteristics are there to clearly identify each and every single bar so that you can feel safe that the gold is actually and really there in the safe, in the name of the product and you as the end investor. And you don't just have to believe our own words for that, but we have an external service provider who's checking every half year that the gold is really there. So they go into the vault and they look at the bars and they say, as you can see at the bottom here, yes, the bars were there. We can confirm that these and these bars existed. They were produced on that and that date. We have like some characteristica that we use recycled bars in the product for people who care about sustainability. That is being checked as well. So this is happening every half year and is being documented, and we publish this document on our webpage, again, to show you, the investor, that what we are saying is true and the gold bars are really there. And if you like, you can get them delivered. This is for those who care about sustainability. Just a quick word about it. We decided 2 years ago to start using recycled gold in the product. At the moment, we have a quota of 55% of recycled gold bars in the ETC. And the advantage of these recycled gold bars is that you have a much lower carbon footprint per gold compared to the gold which is mined freshly from the system. So we believe with this we can provide a unique solution for any investor who's conscious about the carbon footprint of their gold investment. If you would like to know more about this or would like more information, please get in touch with us and we can provide further information. And this is really it. There was a quick summary of why you should invest in gold, why we believe that gold is an interesting component of a multi-asset portfolio for private investors as well as professional investors. The key characteristics quickly summarized here: the custody with the Royal Mint, which is a sovereign backed by a sovereign entity, the UK government, and has been around for 1,000 years and provides very high levels of safety and security. The physical redemption characteristics that you can actually get your holdings paid out in physical gold bars and coins. And lastly, that this product is listed in Poland on the Warsaw Stock Exchange, and you can trade it in Polish zloty without FX risk and without any additional fees that you may have to pay if you trade gold on a foreign stock exchange. So I hope it was helpful and interesting. If you have further questions, please get in touch with us. Here's my email address. Just send us a note and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you very much.